here is a second example of a topic I start out with. So I'm looking for nanoscale drug delivery systems to the brain. So step number 1 was to try and do a search for my topic. So let's do nanoscale drug delivery systems, brain. So you've got 73,000 results through Google Scholar. So I'm just going to check, say step 1, check Google Scholar and PubMed. So that's just one of the first things I want to do. Let's do PubMed as well, nanoscale drug delivery, brain. So we've got the same 2 filters on that we had before, which was free full text and review. You can kind of see there's only 10 results, so that's not a lot, but it actually gives us a good place to start with. So taking a look here, you have nanoscale drug delivery for targeted chemotherapy, things to do with the blood-brain barrier. So as I read through these, I notice a couple of keywords. Nanoscale drug delivery systems, because that's what we typed in. There's the blood-brain barrier. There's chemotherapy. Tumors, which has to do with cancer and chemotherapy as well. This is heart targeted, so not as related. You have nano-sized vesicles for drug delivery and cancer. And there's liposomes, which is very related to this course. So why don't we start here as an example. This other one, amphiphilic block copolymer micelles, has to do with lipid membranes as well. So that's another option. But let's start here. So it's like we can narrow, or we can find a narrowed down topic, or not narrowed down topic, a narrowed down list of papers via PubMed, free full text, review, and check Google Scholar for variety. So in the previous example, it was much better to go to PubMed because you didn't have to look at the 500,000 different possibilities with Google Scholar. But this time with PubMed, there's only 10 options, and you get a whole bunch more in Google Scholar that is more suitable. So it really depends on the topic. So from that, maybe I want to look into liposomes, drug delivery in cancer. So liposomes as nanoparticle delivery systems, and then are there applications in cancer? So looking at that, we have nanoscale drug delivery systems using liposomes and nanoparticles are emerging technologies. This is a great term because it means that it's new. There won't be as many papers published on it. So let's get access. And because here we have to get access through our institutional login, let's see if we can get through the University of Waterloo. So University of Waterloo, whoops. Doesn't seem like it's there. So what I want to do is search for this in here. And it's available here, liposomes and nanoparticles, nano-sized vesicles for drug delivery in cancer. Let's get the full text link. And we have this. So this is going to be a literature review on a whole bunch of different types of vehicles for drug delivery, just by the title itself. For our purposes, we only want to select something highly specific, or else it'll be too long. And we also have to relate it back to the course. So I want to be able to see a connection between the topic you are looking at and some sort of mechanics or simplified version that you can use to explain all the different mechanisms of action or the systems that you're looking at. So then you'd obviously want an introduction. And basically here you have introduction to nanoparticle drug delivery systems. Maybe types, goals, common methods. And next you want to go into your main body where you focus on one of them. So let's see. Once again, just like before, you have all of these possibilities for different drugs and the advantages. So you have potential therapeutic opportunities for nanoscale drug delivery in diseases other than cancer. So you have all of these for different diseases. If you don't want cancer, this would be a good table to look at to try and pique your interest elsewhere. So if you want to take a look at insulin with relation to diabetes, then you can look into that. Similarly, you have all of these different drug delivery systems for different types of diseases. This is a really great collection of different topics that you can focus on as specific topics. So here you have advantages for all of these. Specifically, this table looks at examples of active targeting for cancer. Here I have cancer cells, so different ligands are going to target different receptors, and there's different study findings, so a whole bunch of these. I'd probably say applications to cancer, and specifically I wanted to focus on the brain, so let's see if we can tie it to brain cancer somehow. So you could say some can be applied to cancer, but the actual drug delivery system is based off of liposomes. This is perfect. This is actually a good paper to use for your review as well. So let's have that here. This is a great figure too, so you can have something like this. Oop. It doesn't seem to like being copied. Okay, so main body, there's applications to cancer, but before that I should talk about an intro to liposomes. So liposomes for drug delivery. Probably need to explain something about that, and then how it can be applied to my specific application, brain cancer. You can have a whole bunch of these images. Let's actually search for the term brain in here. So there's this one. Representative examples of studies using drug-carrying nanoparticles. There's a thyrotropin-releasing hormone, intranasal delivery through olfactory neurons to reach the brain. So this has been tested. Most likely it could be used for delivering cancer treatments directly to the brain as well. Let's see. This is another good example. This crosses the blood-brain barrier, and there's a paper. So applications to cancer, specifically brain cancer. Maybe I want to take a look at how we can cross the blood-brain barrier and use reference 47 from this paper to take a look. Let's see what other terms there are. Here's that paper. There's another one for nanoparticles and brain delivery, so maybe we can take a look at reference 47, reference 23. And here we have the targeted delivery of cancer drugs across the blood-brain barrier. This is article 58. So the next step to create your outline, I kind of grabbed all that information from this review, and I've kind of picked the pieces that I want to talk about. I want to talk about nanoparticle drug delivery systems. which means I need to give an overview of these drug delivery systems, but it's so broad that for my main body, I want to focus on specific drug delivery systems to the brain using liposomes. So I can use these references from this paper, 47, 23, and 58, that are related to exactly what I want, and then create additional topics here for your outline. And then, of course, you end off with a conclusion and some future research. And just from that, you have a good overview of what you want to talk about and write about. And you should have read approximately 10 references by the time you're done fine-tuning all of your subtopics. So hopefully this helps in guiding you with additional types of examples of where your search can go.